Yo, what's going on, guys? CultofMush back at it with another video, and in this video I want to talk about some PC hardware news, namely the GTX 1060 is supposedly coming soon. Nvidia is hosting a special event on July 7th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m, and it's expected that the GTX 1060 will be announced there. The GTX 1070 has already been released. That's around a $400 GPU, and obviously the GTX 1080 has also been released. For those of you that want to run an Nvidia GPU and you want to pick up a GPU in the 1000 series of cards, for a lot of you they're out of your price range. The GTX 1060 is expected to come in the market priced under $300. According to WCCF Tech, the 3GB model would come around $249, while the 6GB model will come at $299. Obviously, this video card is going to be a big competitor to the RX 480, but surprisingly, if those prices turn out to be true, the RX 480 will be significantly cheaper. 4GB RX 480s are available at around $200 to $210, and the 8GB models are available for around $240 to $250. Now, a lot of these GPUs are sold out right now, so you can't even get them at that price, but sooner rather than later, they will be back in stock. But now that the GTX 1060 is releasing, it's going to be very interesting how that GPU performs. If it performs better than the RX 480, well, then that's really great. Because if the pricing tier turns out to be true, $250 for a 3GB video card, I don't know how to feel about that. With the release of the RX 480, honestly, I would think about releasing the 1060 at a lower price. But obviously, I'm not the pricing guy at Nvidia, so that might be a terrible idea. We'll have to wait and see how the GTX 1060 performs compared to the RX 480. But being a 3GB video card for $250, I just don't know how to feel about that. At this point, if you're buying a video card in 2016 and you're paying $250, I would at least try to get a 4GB video card because a lot of games are taking advantage of that. 3GB for the most part is still going to be fine, but I think having 4GB at that price just seems to make the most sense. A 6GB model will reportedly be available for $300, but then when you're talking about $300 GPUs, that's still kind of expensive considering this is supposed to be the GPU that really markets towards the mass audience, and I don't know if the mass PC gaming community is going to be willing to spend $300, maybe a little bit higher on a 1060. It seems to me like the majority of PC gamers are looking at spending $180 to $250 on their GPU, and right now the RX 480 is a real winner at that price range. And if the 1060 is going to be priced more than the RX 480 and it's only priced that way because it's Nvidia, I really don't know what to think about that. I know there is a segment of PC gamers that are just always going to stick to Nvidia video cards, so it does give Nvidia a little bit of headroom with their pricing, and that honestly is kind of unfortunate. But it does seem like the RX 480 is gaining a lot of steam right now. A lot of people are looking at this video card. A lot of people like myself are just waiting for some of the better ones to release. And come the fall, it's going to be very interesting seeing how these video cards are priced against each other. Is Nvidia going to be packing in games with the GTX 1060 to allure a lot of people into buying that? And at the very least, with the release of the GTX 1060, I know a lot of people are looking to upgrade to a new mid-range Nvidia video card. And with the GTX 1070 being $400+, that GPU still doesn't cater to the mass audience. I think the GTX 1060 is a video card that's going to cater to the masses. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you picking up an RX 480 or are you going to wait to see how the GTX 1060 turns out? From the benchmarks that I've seen other people do of the RX 480, the video card looks pretty damn good, being that it's coming at such a cheap price. And hopefully Nvidia can cook up something decent with the 1060. If you guys have been following Nvidia for the last few years, comparatively to AMD, their mid-range GPUs do typically fall a little bit behind. If you look back at last generation, the R9 380 was competing with the GTX 960. Both were priced pretty similarly, and the R9 380 beat out the GTX 960 in a lot of cases. So let me know what you guys think. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.